Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, why did I just agree to that? Maybe you said yes when you wanted to say no, or you felt guilt-tripped into helping someone who never shows up for you. You knew something was off, but you couldn't explain it. That's not weakness, it's manipulation. And here's the shocking truth. The best manipulators don't force you. They make you control yourself. Today, we're going to uncover the psychology of manipulators, the subtle tactics they use to dominate without raising their voice, and how you can finally break free. To guide us, we'll look at the work of Michel Foucault, a modern philosopher who revealed how power hides in everyday interactions. Once you recognize these patterns, you'll never be controlled the same way again. Manipulators aren't always after your money. Sometimes it's your time, your attention, your validation, or just the thrill of controlling someone. Foucault argued that power isn't just about governments or bosses giving orders. Real power is invisible. It's when someone convinces you to doubt your own judgment, so you regulate yourself in ways that benefit them. Think of a co-worker who always shifts their tasks onto you. They don't demand it outright. Instead, they sigh loudly about being overwhelmed until you offer to help. You think you're being kind, but they've trained you to carry their load. That's not kindness, it's control. So how do manipulators pull this off? They target two powerful instincts hardwired into human psychology. The first is the need to belong. Humans fear rejection, and manipulators exploit this by making you feel like saying no equals losing the relationship. The second is the need for certainty. When reality feels unstable, we look for someone confident to follow. Manipulators thrive on creating confusion, then presenting themselves as the answer. Foucault would say, this is how power survives, not by force, but by shaping what people think is normal. When guilt, doubt, or fear become your normal, manipulation doesn't even feel like control anymore. It feels like life. Let's expose the 5 most common tactics of manipulators so you can spot them instantly. The first is gaslighting. Gaslighting makes you question your memory, your feelings, even your sanity. A manipulator denies what you saw or felt. You're imagining things, or you're too sensitive. Over time, you start believing their version of reality over your own. And once someone controls your perception of truth, they control you completely. The second is guilt tripping. After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me. Sound familiar? Manipulators weaponize kindness, twisting it into debt. You feel obligated to repay endlessly, even when they never keep score in your favor. They know you hate disappointing people, and they use that fear to keep you compliant. The third is shifting goalposts. You meet one expectation, and suddenly the rules change. Yesterday you were praised for staying late. Today, it's not enough. You're left anxious, chasing approval that always moves further away. This keeps you walking on eggshells, perfect for a manipulator, because an anxious person is easier to control. The fourth is isolation. Manipulators cut you off from outside voices. Maybe they criticize your friends or make your family seem like a burden. The goal is simple. The fewer people you can rely on, the more you rely on them. Foucault warned that control works best when people think they're alone. Isolation is a cage with invisible bars. The fifth is the fake savior role. Here's the trickiest one. Manipulators sometimes present themselves as rescuers. They create the very chaos you're struggling with, then offer comfort or guidance as if they're saving you. This creates dependency. You start to feel like you need them. But remember, if someone consistently benefits from your struggles, they're not your savior. They're the problem. You might be thinking, I'd never fall for that. But here's the reality. Even strong, intelligent people get trapped. Why? Because manipulators don't attack your intelligence. They exploit your emotions, your empathy, your loyalty, your desire for harmony. These are strengths, but when twisted, they become weaknesses. Foucault believed that the most powerful systems of control are the ones people don't even notice. It's not chains. It's the silent agreements we accept without questioning. That's why manipulation feels so natural. You think you're being kind, supportive, or reasonable, when in reality you're being played. So how do you break free? Step 1. Name the tactic. The moment you say that's gaslighting or that's guilt tripping, you reclaim power. Awareness is the first cut in the strings. Step 2. Set hard boundaries. Boundaries aren't rude. their survival. If someone pushes past your no, that's a red flag. Step 3. Reality check with others. Don't let yourself be isolated. When in doubt, check in with friends or family. Manipulation thrives in silence. Step 4. Detach from approval. The hardest step is to stop chasing their praise. When their opinion no longer defines your worth, their power collapses. Step 5. Flip the lens. Instead of asking, "What if I lose them?" ask, "What if I keep losing myself?" That shift ends the cycle. Manipulators are everywhere, at work, in relationships, even hidden in social systems. But once you see the psychology behind their tactics, you're no longer a passive player. Foucault taught us that power hides in plain sight. But the moment you recognize the hidden rules, you stop being controlled and start living on your own terms. So the next time someone tries to pull the strings, remember, you don't have to dance to their tune. Cut the strings, reclaim your freedom, and step into your own power.